As we have already learned, the first Southern colony, Virginia, was first colonized in 1607. 25 years after that, the king granted a charter for a second Southern colony called Maryland to a wealthy Catholic aristocrat named Cecil Calvert, whose official title was Lord Baltimore. Since Catholics were also persecuted in England, Calvert, as the proprietor of Maryland, realized that his colony must have religious freedom, otherwise a lot of people would not want to settle there. In 1634, the first large group of colonists arrived in Maryland and started tobacco plantations. The colonists built a fine town called St. Mary's City, overlooking this small and beautiful bay. It became the first capital of Maryland and an important trading center for that part of the colony. The coastal lowland area of what became the colony of North Carolina was first permanently settled by Europeans in the 1650s, when people moved down from Virginia. The colonies of both North and South Carolina officially began a short time later in 1663, when a group of 8 of the king's best friends, all of them noblemen, were granted charters to colonize the territory. The Carolina colonies turned into places where large plantations predominated. In the summer, slaves raised rice, and in the winter, a plant called indigo was grown, from which a valuable blue dye was obtained. The last English colony to be settled was Georgia. It was named in honor of King George II, who in 1732 granted a colonial charter to a group of men that included James Oglethorpe. Oglethorpe didn't want slavery in his colony. He hoped the land of Georgia could become a place where poor English people, who had been imprisoned for not paying their debts, could come to work and be free. But his plan had to be abandoned, partly because so much time had to be spent fighting with the neighboring Spanish colony of Florida.